Shalom, shalom. This may be the last time you all see this garment, man. This thing, it's been seen better days, but it's all good. Doesn't matter how it looks. Like the elders say, wear it based on how your spirit is that day. All about the spirit, man. About having faith. So, this is how you know we're in the latter days. People drive by you and they look amazed, like they haven't seen things like this before. They haven't seen people out here, you know what I'm saying, preaching the word. But shalom, shalom, you know, back out here with another camp lesson. I want to begin the camp lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory. Actually, Salakia. I want to turn to the east because that is where we came from. And give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakah HaKadosh. Double blessing and honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, as well as other brothers, through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, Karatazar Gabar here, back with another street preaching, like I said before. Now, you know, been doing this for a few months now, so in the last few weeks, I kind of switched it up. And I found that the way I've been doing it, the formats, you know, has helped me out a little bit more with these lessons because I do these by myself. Now, with that being said, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it like I usually do it, which is I go and talk about, you know, news events that's going on, that's happened in the past week or so. You know what I'm saying, since I did my last camp. And then, you know, I'll get into a few scriptures and, you know, Lord willing, to be edifying to you all. So with that being said, I just want to speak on this first, you know. And I didn't necessarily have this down as my news, but, you know, this just came up on my news, on my feed, right before I did camp today. So, and I mentioned this when I made a lesson on it too as well. You know, how Elon Musk is creating all of these different technological experiments and all that stuff. I guess that would be the term for it. How he's, you know what I'm saying, messing with AIs and how they got these, you know, these robotic eyes. I seen that as well. That's supposed to supposedly help people, you know, who are blind gain their vision back. You know, he has the Neuralink, which, like the I believe it's the elder brother Yashar Salakia. Let me see, because I was watching one of his lessons. Yeshaya Salakia out of LA. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that, and I said that as well when I first, you know what I'm saying, seen it. You know, the elders our elder apostles, you know what I'm saying, our elder teachers, you know, starting with Elder Apostle Gabar, told us, you know, that this, the micro C, you know, is the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which will be in your right hand, you know. And the people who are going to take that will be the 2/3 who forsaken the Lord and his people, which are the prophets of the Lord, and, you know what I'm saying, the rest of the heathens. So, like I was saying, Yeshaya, which he said the same thing that I said, you know, that, Shalaki, I might have said Gabor, I meant Tahar. But, like I was saying, though, you know, the water, you know, the Neuralink, when I first heard about it, you know, I felt like it was more so, you know, the aspect of the MOTB being implanted in your forehead. Because whenever he was promoting and whatnot, it was always, you know, him implanting it in somebody's head. And we know that he's done that, you know what I'm saying? They've had test experiments with people, you know, with that and whatnot. So they're already testing that on humans. We know that the chip has already been circulating in other countries, you know. America is just oblivious to the shit. But we've been hearing about that for, you know what I'm saying? Or seeing videos, you know, like that one girl on TikTok who boasts and brags about it, you know, Chip Girl. I remember seeing that for the past few years now. But that, you know what I'm saying, being more so the forehead aspect and the microchip being more so of the right hand aspect. But I say all that to say, when he, you know what I'm saying, came out with those Optimus robots, I said, you know, he's marketing it as, you know, it can help you out around the house, help you do chores, watch your kids and whatnot, and all of these things. And I'm like, man, what's gonna happen when those things flip, you know? And a lot of brothers were referencing the movie iRobot with Will Smith, which I haven't gotten to watch that yet, but Lord willing, I will soon. But, you know, we know that those things can flip in a matter of a second. If they want them to turn on or become soldiers, that's what they're gonna do. And so when I seen this article pop up on my feed today, I thought exactly of that. It says, what U.S. military's AI-powered super soldiers could mean for adversaries. So, you know, like I said, those things can be used for martial law, man. Not even could. They will be used for martial law, along with those robot dogs. And they coming for your ass, Jake. So, it says the idea of super soldiers and high-tech exoskeletons reminiscent of Iron Man or Starship Troopers has long fascinated military strategists and sci-fi writers alike. And see, whenever they promote these things, they try and make them seem cool, you know, like they actually want to help you. But like I said, and like other brothers said, they don't care about you. I'm talking about the people, you know what I'm saying? These civilians out here, the people who riding their bike and fishing and shit like nothing is going on, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is peaches and cream. It says, for decades, the U.S. military has pursued equipping its special forces with enhanced armor suits, providing superior protection and tactical advantages. But now the dream has evolved from bulky Iron Man suits to something more practical: AI-powered tactical assistance. And it says, the U.S. Special Operations Command shifted its focus toward the development of the hyper-enabled operator some years ago. This next-generation soldier leverages advanced AI on the battlefield to make faster decisions, move more effectively, and stay ahead of opponents. The evolution marks a major shift in modern military strategy where information dominance trumps brute force. So, you know, they telling you that they are developing these things to use them in the battlefield. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, let's say if they go to war, which they will be soon, Lord willing, you know, they promote it as that. But what they left out and didn't tell y'all is that these robots are going to be used on you as well in the streets. When you try and walk out, come out your house, your ass either going to get told to go back in. When you say fuck that, they're going to delete your ass, you know? So these things are far more powerful than y'all think. Okay, and let's continue on. So with that, you know, another top Hezbollah leader was killed. It seemed like every week, you know, it's happening week by week. The Israelis are just deleting these Hezbollah leaders left and right. The person that, you know what I'm saying, the top Hezbollah leader that just recently was deleted, the person who was supposed to replace him got deleted. Yeah, the person who deleted him got deleted. So then on top of that, the Israelis just struck, just sent missiles or airstrikes to Iran last night. So all of these things are going on, and you still have these wicked ass Israeli people who still acting like they're the victims, man. They saying that it's a retaliation. When, from what has been reported, from my knowledge, the last time the Persians, I'm gonna say Persians in this instance, really attacked Israel was a few weeks ago, man. But Israel has been attacking them constantly. So how could it be a retaliation? Y'all try to, you know what I'm saying, enslave these people, the Palestinians, enslave their whole nation, destroy, because that's the main goal of it all. Destroy their people through warfare. That's why, you know what I'm saying, they was told to stop, like they was told to stop sending airstrikes on innocent people, because that's really what they was doing. They weren't even targeting, they was targeting the military, but they was targeting everything. They was trying to destroy the whole, you know what I'm saying, Gaza Strip. And they haven't just been shooting missiles over there either. They've been shooting missiles in Beirut, you know what I'm saying, Lebanon, as well as Iran. So that's the update as far as that. You know, Benjamin Netanyahu. Now I would say the biggest part of all of that is that the Israelis, you know what I'm saying, are trying to get the Palestinians in biometric concentration camps. They're trying to get them in biometric concentration camps. Now, a lot of elder brothers, as long as brothers did lessons and made lessons on this a few days ago, you know what I'm saying, regarding that. So let's look up the definition of biometric. Biometrics are unique physical or behavioral characteristics that are used to identify and verify individuals. Biometric characteristics can be physiological, such as fingerprints, irises, or faces, or behavioral, such as gait, signature, or keystroke patterns. Biometrics are used in a variety of applications, including identity management. Biometrics are more reliable than passwords or ID cards because they are difficult to share, lose, or duplicate. And you know what the whole plan for the C-HIP is? Now you don't have to pull your wallet out. Now you don't have to pull cash out. You know, during COVID, what were they saying? We're not accepting cash because it can transfer, you know what I'm saying, the different viruses and stuff, the strains. It can transfer it because the money is dirty. That's you know what I'm saying, that's the bullshit that they was feeding y'all. What really was is that they trying to usher in the new world order, you know? They're trying to turn everything digital. So, like I said, you don't have to pull out your wallet. You don't have to pull out you know what I'm saying, cash. You don't have to pull out a card. All you got to do is put your hand right here and you can pay for everything. It's all in here. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you become a part of, as the elder Manata Zakbar will call, the Internet of Things. Which, along with that, you know what I'm saying, I'm slightly getting off topic of what I was just talking about. But, you know, this Australia, they already are implementing that, where you have to have certain certain identifications, like certain cards that add up to a point system in order for you to use the internet. You know, it's called the I have it pulled up right here, because I was trying to do a little bit of research on it, but I didn't get to dive into it deep. It's called the Australian Government Digital ID System. So I'm gonna touch back on that after I finish, you know what I'm saying, talking about this. So let's go back real quick. Actually, let me just get it right here. What is Digital ID Act in Australia? The act provides transparency measures to build public trust. The act and digital ID rules allow trust marks to be used by accredited service providers. The act requires the regulator, Salakia, to maintain public registers of accredited service providers and of service providers and relying parties participating in the AGDIS, which stands for Australian Government Digital ID System. It says Digital ID by Australia Post. It's a smartphone-based app that allows users to create and validate their ID against the Australian Government Document Verification Service, also known as DVS, and then use it as a primary ID system online in person. So like he was saying, the Internet of Things, you know what I'm saying, right now we just have the internet, but the Internet of Things is when you become a part of that internet. You know what I'm saying? You're going to become a part of that. You're going to become a part of that. You're going to become a part of that internet, man. You're going to become a part of it. So it's all about control, man. It's all about control with Esau Edom, because they're wicked. The damn devils, man. I don't think y'all understand, man. Like, this shit really vexes brothers, man. Like, we speaking on all of these things and we're bringing it out because that is our job as servants of the Lord. We're supposed to bring out the good, the bad, and the ugly. But if you're looking at it, these motherfuckers are, you know what I'm saying, they do inhumane shit to people, bro. Especially our people, man. They used to, you know what I'm saying, commit all types of wicked acts on us, and we're supposed to just forget that, bro. Cutting off our privy members, man. Skinning us alive. Making coats and just know, man, Esau Edom got some shit coming to their ass, bro. Let me get back on topic. Biometrics are used in a variety of applications, including, I already spoke on identity management. Let's continue on. Access control. Biometrics are used to control access to computers and other systems. Surveillance. So like I said, it's all about control. They want to, you know what I'm saying, get control of your ass. They already got all of your information just from your bank cards, your phone, your telephone number, all of that. They just want to control your mind at this point. That's all they want. They can control all of the outside information. But now, it's about controlling your mind. Surveillance. Biometrics can be used to identify individuals in groups that are being monitored. And what is the group that the Israelis are trying to monitor? The Palestinians, the Arabs. They're trying to monitor their people. They're trying to destroy their people. That's why they're destroying their land. They're going to destroy it and try and take it for their own. But you know what? Let's get a scripture about that real quick. So let's get this, and then I'm going to go into another verse. Salakia. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and 5. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, which is Yahweh, the Most High Power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which is just another word for Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. So basically what that is saying is what is currently happening right now. You know, what happened in the Renaissance? They painted all of the, they painted the likeness of the images. They whitewashed everything and tricked the whole world into believing that they was the true people of the Heavenly Father. Correct? So then they go into our land and establish the state, which I believe the state of Israel was established in 1948. Let me make sure I'm correct on that. Yeah, they established the state of Israel in 1948. And then they claimed the Amalekites, which is also another form of Edom, claimed to be the Lord's chosen people, fooling the whole world, you know what I'm saying, for years. And they playing make-believe, they playing dress up, like I say, which is a disrespectful, which is they disrespecting the Lord and they disrespecting us. So they disrespecting us, and we're upset about this. You know what I'm saying? The hopeful elect, the elect of Israel, the hopeful elect. If we're upset about this, how upset do you think the Lord is? And now, of course, we know that the Lord caused all of these things to happen through them. You know what I'm saying? But that still don't mean that he can't be upset about it. You know? Like I said, like actually, Shalakia, like elders have said, like our elder apostles have said, Esau, Edom, you know what I'm saying? They did their job in wickedness, but at the same time, they overdid it, man. They overdid it. But like I was saying, back to the point though, you know, they over there pretending like they're the true people, being happy, being frolic, you could say, in a land that they claim is theirs and it's not theirs. That is actually the land of the true Israelites, which are the Negroes, Natives, and Latinos. You know, they over there being happy in our land. So let's read it in the NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord says. My jealous anger burns against these nations. Now, let's pause it right there. If you ask the average Christian person, they would say that God loves everyone. What would the opposite of love be? Hate. You know what I'm saying? The Lord hates a whole nation of people. For as it is written, Jacob I have loved, but Esau I have hated. Esau, Edom. This is what the sovereign Lord says. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially Edom. So these nations, you know what I'm saying? It said the heathen, which are the other nations that are not in the 12 tribes of Israel. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully, like I said, frolic, gleefully, they're happy, by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder. Plunder meaning prey. Play. Pray. Salaki. And it says in verse 6 in the NLT, therefore prophesy to the hills and mountains, the ravines and valleys of Israel. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I am furious that you have suffered shame before the surrounding nations. So let's read it in the KJV. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith Yahweh the Most High Power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. So the Lord is furious with those people who are in his holy land, pretending like it's theirs, you know? That's why it says that he's going to have war with Amalek for generation to generation, as well as he will destroy the wise men out of Edom, even the wise men out of Mount Seir. So, again, tell me how the Lord can love everyone when it says that he only loves his people, man. As it is written, I am only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. As it also written, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they the seed of... You know what? Let me get it, because I don't even want to butcher it. This is 2 Corinthians 11:22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. So, notice how it said, are they Hebrews? So am I. But then it said, are they Israelites? There's a big emphasis on the Israelites part. Because like the elder apostles say, you know, and the elder brothers, you have the Hebrew Israelites, you have the Hebrew Edomites, because they both were sons of Isaac. You know, Isaac and Abraham were Hebrews. The Israelites came forth through the seed of Jacob. Jacob's sons were the 12 tribes of Israel. So that's where you get the difference between a Hebrew Edomite and a Hebrew Israelite. Are Edomite people Hebrews? Yes, yes they are. They are indeed Hebrews. Are they Israelites though? No, the fuck they're not. They're not Israelites. So therefore, how could they be the people of the Lord? They're not Israelites. They did not come from the seed of Jacob. They did not come from the 12 tribes. So, getting back to my point though, with Palestine. Like I was saying, the Israeli people are over there frolicking, being happy, being gleeful in the Lord's land, while they're also destroying a nation of people. Which, you know what I'm saying, it's just privacy. But at the same time though, they still wicked. The greatest terrorists of all time. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So, the biometric concentration camps is a form, concentration camps, first of all, is a form of captivity. It's a form of slavery. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. What does the word captivity mean? Because, you know, our elder teachers always tell us to look up the meaning of words. Captivity, imprisonment. Is that not the definition of what the Israelis are trying to do to the Palestinian people? Yes or no? Imprisonment. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So, what are the Israelis using to delete the whole Palestinian people? What would the modern day sword look like right now? It would be a gun. It would be missiles. You know what I'm saying? Any type of weapon of destruction. We know that they did not have those type of weapons in the ancient of days, Jake. We know that. We've, you know what I'm saying, progressed in that aspect. From swords to guns. They're using guns. They're using missiles. All of these things to destroy and break these people down. But that's okay though. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And you know, that's really talking about us going into captivity, but I'm just using it as an example for the Palestinian people, even though, you know what I'm saying, they're not Israelites either, so they're gonna be in the lake of fire as well, you know. So, but still though, what they doing to the people is still fucked up. But at the same time, like the other brother said, we're not picking sides. We don't affiliate with none of that. We just pulling out the scriptures. We're just pulling out the facts, the scriptures, man. So let's get back on topic. Each person, it says, yeah. Here's some of the examples of biometric characteristics. Keystrokes, a person's typing rhythm can be used to identify them. So basically, this is just the basic. From what we just read, all of those things. Fingerprints. Each person has a unique set of fingerprints. Face biometrics use aspects of the face to identify a person. What do people use to unlock their iPhones? The face scan. Now, me personally, I don't use it. But still, though, everything that they do, like we said, like we've been saying, is to learn more about you. So, you know what I'm saying? Get control over you, bro. Face biometrics use aspects of the face to identify a person. Every person has a unique way of walking or running, gait. Each person has a distinctive heartbeat. Biometrics are used in a variety of applications, man. So, like Elder Apostle, what's that Elder Apostle Tahar who said that? Or was that? It was either Elder Apostle Tahar or Elder Manata Zagba. I believe it was Elder Apostle Tahar. Salaki if I'm wrong. But it was either him or Elder Manata Zagba who said, you know, he said, what does this sound like? But he said it, he's like, what does this sound like? You know what I'm saying? This could be, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna use biometrics to keep these people in concentration camps. You know, they have to use certain things to surveillance these people, keep them under control, keep them in prison, imprisoned. So, like he said, they could use the MOTB to do that. Now, he said could. He didn't say that they were going to do that, but that was just a hypothetical that he pulled up, you know what I'm saying? That could be a way that they use to, you know what I'm saying, keep track of these people, basically, is what he was saying. And it's funny because you don't hear these things on the main news. All of the sick things that they doing to these people. Biometric. Israeli biometric concentration camps. I forgot, that's a part of it too. They're gonna be using CIA mercenaries. Man, they trying to delete these people for real, man. They trying to get them gone. They're gonna be using CIA mercenaries, man. And like they were saying in the lessons I was watching about concerning this, mercenaries don't have no code. Mercenaries are like soldiers. Let's get the definition of that. Mercenary. Sometimes you gotta sound it out. Sometimes you gotta sound it out. Mercenary is a private individual who is hired to fight in an armed conflict for personal gain rather than for political interest. Mercenaries are also known as soldiers of fortune or hired guns. Like I was saying, they're basically soldiers, but they have no code. So they don't have to, you know what I'm saying, abide by an army or, you know what I'm saying, a leader. Now, of course, they work with the CIA, but they're doing this shit for personal gain. So they're going to be doing all types of immoral things to those people. There's no telling what's going to go down. And, you know, we ain't going to hear about that. We might hear a little basis of it, but we're not going to hear, you know what I'm saying, the gruesome details of it. So just use your imagination, man. But yeah, it says U.S. authorizes CIA mercenaries to run biometric concentration camp in Gaza Strip. Yep, and I believe this might be the article that he pulled up in his lesson. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, man. You pull this up and you can't even find this on mainstream news media because they're worried about Kamala Harris and fucking Donald Trump and P. Diddy. Shit, that's just distractions, man. They're not talking about, you know what I'm saying? They're not talking about things that are actually important. You know what I'm saying? They got the, what's that thing called? Global Delivery Company? Yeah, all of these things, man. But I'm not going to go deep into that. Let's stay on topic. With that, though, you know what I'm saying? So the BRICS just had a meeting this week. And basically, Russia is trying to get all of the BRICS nations to buy in and diss the U.S. dollar. And we also said that was going to happen, too. The fall of the dollar. Well, I'm not going to say we, because I'm not a part of that, because, you know what I'm saying, the elders have been prophesying that for years before I came into the truth. But they, you know what I'm saying, they have been prophesying that for years. They already told us, you know what I'm saying, they've been warning people about this. The crash of the U.S. dollar. We already know the petrodollar is done. It's done. These nations now, like I've said before, see America for the bullshit place it is, for the bullshit people they are. So now, these global world powers are escalating. They're gaining more power. They're not little like they used to be. America can't bully them. They have weapons of mass destruction as well. Russia has ICBMs that could touch down here in approximately 20 minutes. And I know, I know that's probably not statistically correct. Let me see. Russia ICBM. Russia ICBM. Can't reach. See, I was close. I was close as hell. It said it takes 26 minutes and 40 seconds for a ballistic missile to get from a launch pad in Russia to the east coast of the United States. So, like our elders have been saying, man, these places, these nations are coming up, and all are gonna go to war with Babylon the Great, man. And it's gonna be such a great show to watch. Lord willing, we'll be at that number and in the chariots before this, you know what I'm saying, before the destruction of this place. But like I was saying, man, these different countries, China, whether it be Russia, whether it be Iran, you know what I'm saying, any nation that is in the BRICS, you know what I'm saying, Brazil, Russia, India, China, shit, what's the S? Oh, what's the S? What is the S? Salaki, I'm having a brain fart. I definitely should know the F. South Africa, Salaki. Where there's any of those nations, because we know it's the BRICS versus NATO, all of those nations are coming into power now. So Russia is ultimately saying, let's team up against Babylon the Great. Ditch they dollar. Say fuck they dollar, man. Because as we know, another thing happened this week, man. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like they say, if you miss a day, you miss a lot. The price of gold just went up. And I'm pretty sure it went up to an all-time high, if I'm not mistaken. That's another reason why they want to diss the dollar. The dollar is not backed by anything. The dollar has no value at all. I wish I had my wallet out here because I sure was about to pull out a dollar quick. It's a piece of paper. There's no value in that at all. And they know that. But at the same time, though, we're already in inflation. Lord willing, we go into hyperinflation this year. And all types of different destructions to this place. We got the election next week. Slovakia. In a week and a half, I believe. But yeah, yeah, man, these world powers are coming up, and they all gonna come to fight and destroy America. I'm trying to think, because there's a scripture on that as well. Where is that at? Let me see if I can pull it up. Lord willing, I can. Because right now, I'm not even sure if I can remember where it's at. Salakia. I found it. The water, how about Shem Shai? This is Jeremiah chapter 25 and verse 9. Behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith Yahweh, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant. So this is how you know that the Lord is quite literally the King of kings and Lords of lords. He creates evil and good. I, the Lord, do all these things. And it's the reason why it's written down. Because the Lord is a Lord of balance. He called a wicked kingdom ruler his servant. Which means that, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is controlling all of this shit. It's not by your will. It's by the Lord's will. Servant, slave, servant. See? Manservant, servant, slave. He's just using you. He's going to use you to usher in, whether it be Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, to usher in the MOTB, to usher in all of these things to get, you know what I'm saying, the end of the world going. Shit hit the fan, Jacob's trouble, all of the above. Behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith Yahweh, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land, and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all of these nations round, and against all these nations round about, and will utterly destroy them and make them an astonishment, and an hissing and perpetual desolations. So when they're shooting these ICBMs over to America, Babylon the Great, and they all warm with each other, and they look up and they see the biggest thing they ever seen in their lives, which is going to be the chariot and chariots of the Lord, they're going to stop fighting. And they're not going to want to stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be caused to attack the chariots of the Lord. And that's going to be the utter destruction of this place. Because you're not winning against the Lord's angels. You're not. You ain't that damn cold, Esau. You might be slick, but you ain't that damn slick. So it's going to be desolate forever, man. And it's not going to be inhabited anymore. This place that we're living in, that you see right now, it's not going to be inhabited anymore. Nobody's going to want to live here. They're going to walk by and hiss at it and look at Babylon, man. Look at Babylon, man. That great city has fallen. Babylon the Great, man. So, back to my point, Salakia. The BRICS is trying to ditch the US dollar. Brakia. Like I was saying, the BRICS is trying to ditch the US dollar. This is basically going to usher in the digital currency in a new world order. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, become under one central bank. CBDC, central bank digital currency. It's in the name. They're trying to, you know what I'm saying, have one bank, a shared bank. BRICS. Will the expansion of BRICS dethrone the dollar as the world's reserve currency? Despite BRICS countries' impressive recent expansion and acquired regional and international leverage, both economically and politically, the U.S. dollar's position as the global reserve currency seems unshakable at present. Upon examining the situation globally, it can be observed that 90% of all foreign exchange transactions in the world were conducted with the help of the U.S. dollar. So that's what the state is right now. It says in October, Russia will become the next host of the enlarged BRICS annual summit as the country chairs be dedicated. Salakia, man. Let me find a better article. This is not talking about, oh, here it is. Let me read down. Salakia. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that the summit and Russia's presidency would be dedicated to establishing a fair world order, enhancing the role of BRICS states in the international monetary and financial system, and developing interbank cooperation. So, Salaki, I'm trying to look up the word real quick. So, interbank, arranged or operating between banks. This also, you know what I'm saying, connect with FedNow, where you able to get your money digitally and transfer it 24/7 and all that shit. Where they implemented that last summer, yeah. Interbank cooperation. So interbank means arranged or operating between banks. Agreed, arranged, or operating between banks. Yeah. Interbank cooperation, providing assistance in transforming the international payment system and expanding the use of the national currencies of BRICS states in mutual trade. This, without further context, suggests that additional expansion, de-dollarization, and opportunities to offset U.S. hegemony, I definitely just butchered that word, could be on the agenda. So de-dollarization refers to countries reducing reliance on the U.S. dollar as a reserve currency, medium of exchange, or as a unit of account. So they know, these people know that they coming out of power, man. They know that they at the end of their term. There's a whole Wikipedia page talking about what de-dollarization is. So I'm not going to go into it further. Damn, man. Man, I hate when you gotta pay just to look at a freaking news article. Yeah, man, they trying to usher in precious metals and all that stuff. Like I said, the price of gold hit an all-time high. Well, it says, will the new BRICS currency supercharge gold prices? Yeah, man, America is through. Okay, New World Order. I talked about that. This place is gonna become a military state, man. It says, this is what I have next. China flooding, record-breaking high tide. And they got 3 feet of rain for about 20 hours. Yeah, people was getting messed up on the northeastern coast of China. You know, and they're also another threat to America. America is gonna have a target on their back, man. Russia, this is news that I got earlier today. Russia to deploy 12,000 North Korean troops in Ukraine. In addition to that, Ukraine just said, this is before this even came out, Ukraine basically said that they ready to wave the white flag. They don't want a war with Russia no more. Because man, all they troops is dead, bro. Ukraine don't have no, I don't even know what to say. Like, they don't have no more troops. They don't have nothing to fight for. Like, they all dead. You gotta have, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have money to beef and troops. Oh yeah. And this is the last thing I have on my news. Hurricane Christy, which started off as a tropical storm, has turned into a Category 5, and that is for Mexico. So it says that, they said from the news article I read that it's not likely that it's gonna hit America, but for right now, that's the news that I have brought out. You know, I'm pretty sure other brothers have other things that I might have missed, but you know what I'm saying? A little light spill, you feel me? Just know it's important to, you know, be a watchman. Keep your eyes alert. Stay sober minded, circumspect. You know, we have to pay attention to these things. We have to be aware of everything that's going on in this world in order to prophesy things, in order to teach things, in order to, you know what I'm saying, give information to the hopeful elect, to those who are going to actually watch these videos or watch these lessons and who want to become edified. Because if we're not doing the work, then what's the point? So let me go ahead and bring up some scriptures, man. And this is basically just various topics. Various topics, man. This is Matthew 10 and verse 34. And guess what? It's in the red letter. So that means Yahushua said it. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Now, I seen an article that popped up on my feed yesterday, I believe. And I might have to Google search this one because mother Salakia, man. Damn. Everybody's talking about this that Walmart employee that was baked alive in a oven, but that's not what I was looking for though. Damn. Salakia. It was some type of article that was talking about a woman who had killed her child or something like that in a gruesome way. But yeah, man, like I was saying, these things don't happen by coincidence. There's a reason why it says, shall like trouble be blown in the city, and the people are not troubled. So there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it. And I know I just slightly paraphrasing, man. But if you read that in the NLT, it says, have things happened and the Lord have not planned it? So these things don't happen. That's why I always say there is no such thing as coincidences. You know, everything happens because of the Lord. Everything happens because Yahweh made it happen. So there's no such thing as no coincidences. You know, everything happens for a reason. You know, Yahweh has perfect time and perfect judgment. So, and that goes with, you know what I'm saying, us being saved out of this captivity. Yahweh has a perfect time and date that he's going to send his only begotten son back here, you know what I'm saying, to save us up out of this captivity and, you know what I'm saying, bring salvation to his people. He knows that date and time. We don't know that date and time. All we can do is look through the scriptures and look at the signs in the, you know what I'm saying, in the world that's going on. And you know what I'm saying, go based off of that. And prophesy off of that. So this is 2nd Esdras 15:49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of the power shall be dried up as flour, when the heat shall rise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, saith Yahweh, if thou hadst not always slain my chosen. So, based off of that, we know who Esdras is talking about through the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. He's talking about Esau, Edom, the ones who have slain his chosen people. If thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in the bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Let's go into that word real quick. Salakia. Salakia. I'm gonna just go into the good news because I just read this out of 2nd Esdras. So basically, what they've done is going to return back on them. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith Yahweh, even so shall the Most High Power do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword and the field. So that's ultimately what's going to happen to these people in this place because of the things that they've done to us as a people, man. That's why we're so passionate about these things, because of all the things that our ancestors went through dealing with these people, man. There's a reason why we feel so vexed about these things, because those same spirits back in the day are on the earth now, which is why Yahweh Shai is coming back to send a sword. Like he said, he's coming to get his vengeance. He's coming to get the last laugh on those same people who crucified him on the tree. So when it's all said and done, Esau, Edom, it's going to be a race, man. They're going to come back in the kingdom, and they're going to serve 1,000 years of slavery. And it's going to be worse than when they enslaved us. You feel some type of way about these things because spirits return, you know what I'm saying? They come back through the bloodline. So there's no telling what they did to us, our spirits, when we was in the Ancient of Days. There's no telling, man, because we have no, you know what I'm saying, no recollection. Is that the right word, recollection? Recollection. Yeah, we have no recollection of what happened in our past lives. Let's continue on. This is Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So such things were written in the scriptures long ago to teach us. And the scriptures give us hope and encouragement as we wait patiently for the Most High Power's promises to be fulfilled. And what did he promise to us? The kingdom of heaven. He promised that his son was going to come back down on the earth and deliver us, you know what I'm saying, our salvation. Deliver us out of our captivity. And all we have to do is patiently wait for his return, man. And how do you do that? You have to have strong faith. You got to have faith. You got to have faith out of this world, man. That's why you got to pray for it. Pray for the spirit and the faith of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to stay upon you, man. Our elder apostles have incredible faith, man. They've been preaching about these things for 30 and 40 years, and they haven't changed their doctrine not one time. They haven't came up and fell out of the truth not one time, and they're still patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And Lord willing, they get crowned for that. You know what I'm saying? They get the blessings for that. You know what I'm saying? For slaving in this truth. They done a lot through the spirit, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Luke chapter 21:9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And they shall turn to you for a testimony. So we know in the latter days, you know what I'm saying, they're going to persecute us, which means just, you know what I'm saying, chase us, drive away, you know what I'm saying, they're going to drive us away, you know. They're going to deliver us into bond. They're going to deliver us into prisons, you know what I'm saying, bond, is the term bond shit? Bonds here? I don't want to misuse the term I'm thinking of, but yeah, man, some of us gonna be cast into prison, man. Some of us gonna have to die on this side for Yahweh's sake, man. For Yahweh's sake, but that's okay, man. That's okay. You can't be afraid. Of course, you have that little bit of fear, but you have to have the faith has to trump that, man. It has to go above and beyond that, because you know you're doing it for a reason. We're doing this for a reason, man. We're doing this to set ourselves up and, Lord willing, be of the hopeful elect of Israel. You know, we're doing these things to please the Lord, to try and live a righteous life, to get out of these wicked ways and this wicked carnal flesh, wicked ass place that we're in right now. You know, and it says in the NLT, when they persecute you and taste you and all of these things, this is going to be your time to, you know what I'm saying, tell them about me. So that's what it's all about, preaching the word. And whoever hears it, hears it. And whoever gets it, gets it. So that's what it's all about, man. Fear the Lord and keep the commandments. This is the whole duty of man. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. This is 1 John 3 and 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Okay, I thought I was reading the wrong verse for a second. Let me restart. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. So, this wicked place, they never knew the Lord, man. They never knew his true names. They never knew his true name was Yahweh and the true name of his son was Yahweh Shah. They was ignorant. They, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting Yahweh Shah by giving him the name Jesus Christ. Jeebus! As the elder apostle Zahar would say. You know what I'm saying? They painted the likeness of his paintings. They portrayed him in the light of Caesar Borgia and said, this is the Messiah. This is the, you know what I'm saying, the Lord's only begotten son. Disrespected him. All types of stuff. That's why he's coming to send a sword upon these people. He's coming to get revenge. And at the same time, he's coming to free his people, man. They never knew the Lord, man. They never knew him. Because if they did, they'd be abiding by the book. They'd be doing what they're supposed to do, which is preach the word, which is be a servant of the Lord, which is to fear him, which is to keep his commandments to the best of your abilities, which is, hey, man, keep going on and on, but you get the point. This is Matthew 10 and verse 22. This is Matthew 10 and verse 20, the point being in 22. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. This is the reason why we say that the Lord speaks through his prophets. It's the reason why I says that the Lord, you know what I'm saying, reveals his secrets to his prophets. The Lord speaks through us, man. All of the things that we say, all the things that we, you know what I'm saying, taught or prophesied, comes from the Lord, comes from the Spirit of the Lord, man. It don't come from us, it comes from him. It says in NLT, for it is not you who will be speaking, it will be the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. You know what I'm saying? We're just messengers for his, you know what I'm saying, for his message. That's what we do. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. So that just goes into, you know what I'm saying? Salaki, what am I thinking of? You know what I'm saying? Dang, I just lost my train of thought. The love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, man. That's what that goes into. And this is verse 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. And that's why we say, man, you got to have faith that Yahweh is going to fulfill what he promised to us, which is what I just read. Man, precept upon precept, man, as the brother Shakar would say. Salaki. Precept upon precept, man. The precepts line up together. That precept I just read in Luke, it says the same exact thing, word for word, in other precepts, man. So they didn't hate us, they hated him. And why did they hate him? Because we're saying the words that he put in our mouths. That's why we always say they don't hate us, they hate the Lord, because the Lord speaks through his prophets, man. That's the reason why. And I have two more precepts, man. This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. For none of those things which thou shalt suffer, behold, the devil, which means deceiver. Actually, let's get in the concordance. A false accuser, slanderer, false accuser, slanderer, prone to slander, slanderous. Slanderous, false and malicious, defamatory. Defamatory language is made up of harmless lies that can cause real damage. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. The devil being, who wants to cast the men and the people of the Lord in the prison? Esau, Edom, our enemies. And it's also in the red letter, which means Yahweh Shah spoke it. Shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. That's all it's about, man. It's about the faith. You have to have faith in the Lord, man. You have to have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that he's going to fulfill the things that he said he's going to do. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. So, like I said, we know that some of us gonna be gonna go into prison, man. Some of us, they gonna get. But we just got to keep the faith and keep praying and ask for strength. And we'll be okay. We'll be all right, man. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues, who is the her that it's talking about? It's talking about Babylon the Great. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, who judgeth her. It was really, I meant to say, Yahushua. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. For strong is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, who judgeth her. So this place is ultimately set up for ultimate judgment by the Lord and his only begotten Son, man. By the Lord through his only begotten Son. So, with that being said, I want to close the camp lesson off. The Lord willing, it was edifying. I'm going to turn to the east because that is where we came from. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone once again, who taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom.